Hey everybody, this is Michelle at michellesizemore.com with one L in my website link. I'm a creative memories advisor, and today you'll learn how to make this super quick and easy page using the Birthday Jubilee collection and the Noteworthy Days collection. These collections are made to mix and match with each other really well, and that's exactly what I did on here. I'm going to set this aside and show you what I used. I have everything that I used in this Power Project sleeve, which is open at the top and on the side. It's just a great place to store items for one project, and you can stack them up on each other for different projects and then reuse them. This was my base paper. So this is the paper on the bottom. And this was already pre-cut and layered, and it's kind of 3D because it has foam squares in it. It's so cute, so I used that at the top. And then I made these flag banners with these papers. This is from the Noteworthy Days. This is from Noteworthy Days, and I used both sides of this. And this is from Birthday Jubilee. And then I used this variety matte pack piece. It was from the Birthday Jubilee collection. Okay, super quick and easy, so let's get started. First thing I want to do is cut this to the size it's supposed to be, and basically I cut a ½ inch off the top and the bottom. Of course, I cut it in half and just use that half. So I'm going to grab my photo trimmer. It's called a photo trimmer. And then the blade is going to come down like right here on the edge of this plastic piece. So I'm going to put this in underneath the plastic piece and line it up and just look. I can see like through the plastic exactly where it's going to cut. And then I press my finger down on this to hold it down. Make sure you don't have your finger where the blade's going to come because it's very sharp. And cut. Okay, then I will set this aside, and then I want to cut, well actually I need it, but well, let's do this. I'm going to cut a ½ inch off the top and a ½ inch off the bottom. So this is my 12-inch trimmer. I could use the personal trimmer, but I'm just going to use this. So I want to line this up with the ½ inch mark, which is right there. So, and then make sure it's straight at the top. My blade is going to come down right here on this left-hand side dotted line. Okay. And I would actually save this because you never know what you could use that for. People laugh at that, but I do use those little pieces for things. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. There's my ½ inch mark. Line it up. Follow the grid line all the way down and make sure it's straight at the top. And cut and save that. Okay, so now I have my little square piece, which is the perfect size to fit right there. Okay, and then I'll save this to use for something else. Okay, so next I want to cut out my little banner pieces, and I use the Border Maker system with the banner cartridge, which is right here. It looks like this. Okay. And these are the papers that I used for that. So I'm going to put my cartridge in the holder like this with the metal pieces sticking out. Open my tray, pop it into place, lift up my arm, put my paper in, and close it. And then flip the tray underneath, pop it in place. Put my paper in this slit right here. Line my notches up right here, which means everything fits together underneath, and punch. Gently pull it out, plop it back down where your notches match up, and punch. And then I would go all the way down. Okay, and then I would do the same thing. I probably should have pre-cut these, but I didn't, so you're just going to see me do the whole thing. But I need to get a good straight edge on here to start with, so let's do that. I want to save as much paper as I can, so my blade's going to come on that left-hand side dotted line. So I just line it up at the top, And then I just want to make sure I'm going to get a good clean edge right there, and I am. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'll throw that away. And I'm going to go ahead and do that on this side as well, because this stuff is cut out right here. I want to make sure it's past that left-hand side dotted line. I can actually come over a little bit more. I have a little bit of adhesive stuck on my trimmer, so it's kind of hard to slide right now. I need to clean it off a little bit. Okay. Now I'll just set this aside because I can use this for something else. All right. Now I'm going to put this paper in here, and I'm just going to do this super fast. Usually on a video I would have pre-done this, but I just forgot. So I'm going to do it super fast so you can see how fast and easy it is to use this. And then I'm going to do it again with this green. I love these papers because they have a tiny slight design to them, which is good when you're punching out little things. It's better to do that than to punch out something with big old designs on it, because then it would just kind of look like a mess. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to set this aside. Actually, let's cut a few more of these because I'm using the other side. I love that our papers are two-sided, so you can pick the side that you want, or sometimes you might want to use both sides. I'm not going to need all these, but I'm just cutting them all, so I'll have them. Okay, and I just picked patterns that I liked and that I thought went well together. Okay, so let's grab my silicone mat, and it doesn't matter, but I'm trying to get the logo facing the right direction, and this. And basically what I did with these, it just mounted them up under this. But I do think, let me check this and see if I cut them. I think I maybe cut them shorter. I can't remember if it was on this idea or a different. Nope, I didn't. So I just used them just like they are. So my pattern was to use orange, blue, light green, dark green. So I'm just going to go with that pattern. Put some repositionable tape runner on the top of my little banner strip. And then like this. Well, let's do the orange one first. Let's do it. And I'm going to put it on the front top because it's going to stick up under here. And I'm going to just sort of angle it a little bit, but not so much that it'll come off the page, because this is at the end. Like, I don't want it to come off the page like that. So I'm just going to try it like about like that. And of course I can reposition it if I need to. So I'm going to put some tape runner here and do the same thing here, but I kind of want them to not be perfect, kind of like one of those little shaggy, I forget the word, but some are longer than others, and then some are going sideways and straight. It's just kind of a fun flag banner look. So I'm going to move this up just a little bit so they're not exactly at the same spot or in the same direction. And then I'm going to go light green and do the same thing, and maybe come down a little bit on that one and kind of angle it a different direction. And then the dark green. And basically, I'm not going to do this all the way down, but once I get this one on, I'll just show you how that would be the pattern I would continue all the way down. Okay. Orange, blue, light green, dark green, all the way down until I got it to look like this. Okay. And then I would take my background paper. I chose this because it's a completely different color than these, but it goes really well together and it doesn't clash, you know, with them. So what I would do, I'm not going to actually mount this since I didn't finish it off, but I would put my repositionable tape runner on the back of this and make sure I get all the little pieces. And then I would mount this up here to where it's almost all the way at the top. And then that's all I have to do with that. And then I would mount this that I already showed you how to cut right here. And then I would cut my photos. And I'm just going to cut one pretend photo to show you how I crop photos. But I grab my trimmer here, my photo trimmer. And these are my pretend photos. So if a photo is 4x6, you don't have to crop it at all because that's what these are. But these are not 4x6. I measured these so that this would all fit. And I chose to put these really close together so that there's just like a little slight sight line between each one. If I wanted to map my photos, I would have to be a little bit more precise, because if I cut the photos like this and matted them, then they would run together. So I would just have to measure, but I didn't really want mats on these. I thought it had plenty of color as it is. And so to cut a photo to 4 by 5.5, you're going to grab your photo, and it's already 4x6. So I'm just going to cut 1/2 inch off. And I want it to be 5.5. So it's going to stay the same this way. But I'm going to turn it sideways and measure it at the 5.5 mark. Right there, 5.5 inches. Make sure it's straight on that grid line all the way down and all the way to the side. Put my finger on the very left-hand edge of this clear thing. Make sure your finger's not over here. You don't want to cut it. We don't want to go to the emergency room over scrapbooking. No way. So just put my finger here to hold it down and cut. And then I have my 4 by 5.5 photo. So I would cut 4 by 5.5, 4 by 5.5. This one would be, I won't go over all the measurements, but you can read. So I'll hold it up so y'all can see if you want to jot these down. Those are the measurements for the photos. So it's a super quick and easy page. And, you know, you could, if you would rather, instead of having a photo here, you could put some ruled paper and add like a little cute sticker or something and use it to journal on. But I just chose to make this as a page that maybe didn't need some journaling. So it's pretty quick and easy. I hope you enjoyed that. And I really love this collection. I love the colors, and I love how the Noteworthy Days collection combines and mixes and matches with the Birthday Jubilee collection. I think that's really cool. All right, thanks for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day.